I have observed a lot of people. They had fancy amounts of money, but now they are broke. They are become a bankrupt. Why? Because they didn't have financial skill. What we can do in order to make our financial skill better, that all questions answer we would be going to get from Mr. Mukesh Mishra on this podcast. Welcome on my podcast, Mr. Mukesh. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Haris. And I am very happy that you invited me. Definitely, I would like whatever experience I have to give answer of all of your questions.
Yeah, as I have started to telling about, as I have observed, and you might have observed being a financial expert, there are so many people, those who had really good amount of money, still now they don't have anything. So first and foremost, what kind of mistake people usually make so they be bankrupt?
Yes, yes. Actually, according to me, what experience I have about this, what knowledge I have about this, according to that, first requirement is that before making expenditure, you have to think that have you made corpus, have you made any fund, are you giving time to maintaining any fund for your upcoming time, for your upcoming future. It is very important to start saving money as early as possible in your age. That is important. So at
Hmm.
first, it is very important to have to try to make a big corpus. Corpus means fund. That is important. And then what is important? You, actually, we all know that we all are living in competitive era, and also we are facing lot of problem. Why? Because we want to live a happy life with lot of luxuries, with lot of facilities. Why? Because we are living in materialistic world, and we always try to compare with others, with friends, with neighbor, with relatives. Why? Because we want to become like them. And that's why what we do, we don't focus towards maintaining a fund for future, we don't focus to maintain a corpus. What we do, we just try to expand more and more. One hand you are trying to earn some money, and other hand you are making so much expenditure that you are not getting time or you are not getting money to maintain a corpus. So means your income and expenditure is equal. You are trying to make it equal. That is the problem why we are not able to financially, become able. That is important to understand.
Absolutely correct statement which you gave us, and I believe it must be implemented. Those people who are listening us. Next question. It is really genuine question which raise in a lot of people's mind. Like what kind of skill we must develop in order to make our financial experience better?
Hmm. Yes, yes. To become financially independent, first of all, it is very important to understand how to save money. Saving money is very important. How you can save? Don't compare your materialistic well-being, your luxurious life with others, because whenever we compare, we try to copy others. If our friends, if our neighbors are trying to live luxurious life, we also tend to become like them. That is not important. Don't compare yourself with others. What is important to think about that? First, it is your responsibility to create more and more money, to save more and more money. How you can save more money? First of it is very much important these days to create more than one source of income in your life. Don't be only dependent on your salary. It is very important to create more source, more than two, more than three sources of income. How can you create? You can create, because if you are an employee, let's take an example. If you are an employee, you are getting salary every month, right? You are getting salary
Absolutely.
every month. Now you have to think that try to save little bit money from your salary, from your monthly budget, so that you can use that money in some investment. Like there are various kinds of investments you can say, like there are stock market, you can invest in that. And if you are able to make more and more fund, you can invest that money in property, right? Because if you are investing in property, after some time you will start to get a rent as a income. In a stock market, there is requirement to understand the stock market directly. You cannot invest. So it is very important to understand. If you want to create more sources, if you want to get more and more money, definitely you have to do little bit effort, so that you can get knowledge about investment, right? And also, mutual fund. And also, if you are able to make a corpus of fund, like in a fixed deposit, in terms of you can say, in the name of interest, you will get some money. So there are 3 to 4 stages or sources you can create, and give 5 years, 6 years, 7 years to make a big fund. Then what, like we have I have talked about property. You can purchase a property after if you have created a big fund, because on the basis of a small fund you cannot purchase a property. So what can you do? First, try to make a big fund, so that you can purchase property, and by property you will start getting rent. Then that rent, you can separate that rent in two parts. How can you separate? One part you can save, and other part you can use to fulfill your needs, your dream, your luxurious life. Directly don't try to spend your salary to live luxurious life. Try to live luxurious life, but use money from your investment, not from salary, to live a luxurious life, like car, bike, and all that, right? Don't
Absolutely.
try to expend all your salary on luxurious life. That is important.
Hmm. Means you wanted to say first and foremost, you must have clear vision what you want to do and what not you want to do. So
Yes.
just create two kind of the category. First, it might be for your luxurious thing, and second must be a first priority, such as the health or any kind of the thing which you feel it is really necessary and essential for you. According to
Yeah.
that purpose, you can invest that money. It means to
Yes.
say how much amount of money you want to put in a bank and how much amount of money you want to investment in a share market or a stock market or any kind of the concept. As you know, I
Yes.
would like to ask you a question. I have talked with so many people and they do have a different kind of the perspective according to
Hmm.
their own experience. Like some people say we must invest in a bank, they would pay
Hmm.
us rent, but whereas some people opine there are stock market which gives us huge profit. So why
Hmm.
we should not invest in it? But definitely there is a bit amount of risk. So what kind of best advice which we can get from your side?
Actually, first of all, it depends. It depends on your ability of knowledge. Definitely, there is a requirement to get lot of knowledge about stock market, because there are lot of risk. And we all know that if you want to get more money, you have to face more risk also, right? If
Absolutely
you
correct.
anywhere, if you want more benefit, you have to face lot of failure, lot of risk, you can say. And if you want to reduce that failure, if you want to reduce that problem, then you have to get lot of knowledge, lot of expertise, or sometime advice of experts. There is requirement. So it depends on your background, from which kind of family you are coming, what kind of source of income you have, what kind of salary you have. If you have good backup, means take an example. If someone is getting good salary from his job, but there is no need to give any amount out of that salary to his family. Why? because family background is very good, then I can say that person is very good to take the risk. He can take risk because there is no need to give money out of that salary to the family for survival purpose. So that person can take risk. That's why I think that kind of people can think about investing in stock market, because there is definitely risk. But starting
Yes.
investing in stock market, is it very important to start with very less amount. Why? Because only getting some knowledge about the stock market by reading some books, by watching some videos, you cannot understand everything. There is a concept, learning by doing, right? So learning by doing concept should be applied in stock market. Means start investing with little bit amount, so that you can learn by yourself practically, that you will get everything when you will start investing in stock market. Yeah, definitely
Mhm.
there is requirement to read some books, to watch some videos, to take consultation of some experts, but you have to learn by yourself by doing. That is important. And other hand, as you talked about, there are some person, they are not able to take a risk. Definitely for them, I think bank is the safest, safest place where they can invest first. And second, what they can do first, they should try to create their fund in bank first. And second, how they can create fund, they are required to reduce their day to day expenditure, at least in the first 5 years when they started their business, or salary, whatever they are getting. In first 5 years or 6 to 7 years, it depends on salary, how much salary they are getting. It is very important that reduce your all unnecessary expenditure every day. Sometimes we think, oh my god, I am just expanding 10 rupees, 20 rupees on this. It doesn't matter whether I should control it or not, because it is just 20 rupees or 30 rupees. No, not at all. Convert that 30 rupees or 20 rupees in 1 year, multiply that 10 rupees or 20 rupees by 365 days, then you will realize how much money you are wasting. That money you can use in investment. That money you can use to make your corpus, your fund, so that you can do something after 5 years or 6 years. So don't think about live luxurious life. Live luxurious life, but after making your good sources of income, after making some property, and try to get some income from those property, from those sources, and invest, use those money in your luxurious life. Don't expand your salary directly to live your luxurious life, I think.
Absolutely. I observed a lot of time. It has become a trend when people do talk about Rich Dad Poor Dad kind of the book.
Yes.
Being a expert, what do you think? Such kind of books are helpful, really helpful, or do you have any other perception? Because when anything become trend, I be little bit afraid. Like I think people are following this, all crowds are following. And let me tell you one, like what I have seen or what observation which I did in my past, like whenever crowd follow that a certain thing which would be going to decrease or which would be going to end, like 80% people are full. It is a bit harsh language, but that is the
Hmm.
certain fact. So what do you
Right.
think according to your observation? That's I wanted to know. Be honest, like I am not saying that books are bad, but when it comes to something, when indirectly people are become a blind faith, and they do have blind faith actually. So that's what I personally don't like.
No, that's why I said that everything depends on your background, on your family background, which environment you are coming from, what is your capability and ability, right? You cannot be always dependent on someone else advice, or advice from any books, or advice from any other person. Listen to everyone, read everything, but make decision according to your situation, according to your family background, right? Because as I told you that
Absolutely.
there are lot of risk in investing in stock market. If your risk taking capability is not good because of family background, because you are required to give some money out of your salary every month to your family because of survival purpose, then I don't think that you are capable to invest in stock market, right? So it is very important. Don't go just about any advice, because if any book is written, if any person is giving you advice, they are giving advices according to their experiences. They don't know about you. They don't know about your experience. They don't know about your knowledge. They don't know about your family problems. So listen to everyone, so that making together all the information, you can make a right decision for yourself by thinking about your family. That is important to know here. Sometime, like you said, that most of the people are fool. Why they are fool? They are fool because they take advices from others and apply those advices directly. Don't implement advices directly. Give your own input, give your own experience in that advice, mold that advice according to your situation, then apply. Then I think there will be more probability to get some result according to you, I think.
Wow, that's a really fabulous answer. What I understood, I would be going to explain because it's
Yes.
necessary for me also. Number one
Mhm.
thing that I learned, we must not follow blindly anyone else. There might be a lot of circumstances, situation. According to that, they went for it. Such as when we talk about Elon Musk or Warren Buffett or any great people, Bill Gates, I
Mhm.
would definitely be come on, upon it, and I would ask you that all question. So situations are different. We have to understand what we are, from where we come, and what is the situation right now. According to that, we can take appropriate decision for us. Now let's
Yes.
come upon the like, what kind of mentality rich millionaire and billionaire people do have, why they are on such a place where they deserve, and what kind of the mistake which we make, like as you were talking about the basic mistake that we everyone know, what kind of the thing can be implemented in our life so that we can also be like Warren Buffett and Ambani and such kind of the mentality. I have heard like that they do have different kind of the mentality. Their mentality and the mindset is so much robust, strong. So that's what I would like to know from you.
I think in India, I can say that we, or you can say about young generation and old generations also, we are, totally narrow minded. We don't
Hmm.
think that what are other opportunities available around us. What we generally do, like, if we are doing some studies, like if we are trying to get some degree, our parents always say that just do your study in a right way so that you can get a good job, so that you can survive in your life, because you will get good job. Definitely, it is good to get a good job, but we don't think that there are some other opportunities also. We can do something else, right? Everyone cannot do business. Everyone cannot, open any firm like a consultation firm and all that. Definitely, there are a lot of people who are required to get a job. Definitely, they should do that. But what is the main thing these days? It has become very important to not only dependent on your salary. If you are an employee, if you are getting salary from your job, because you are a job, you are a worker in some company, don't only try to be dependent on that salary. You can use your mind, you can learn a lot, so that you can create some other sources. Like, we have seen lot of examples in this corona pandemic. There was many problems. A lot of people, had been fired out from the company because of corona pandemic, and they didn't have any source of income. They suffered a lot, right? Why? Because they were completely dependent on salary, and they did not have any fund in their bank. That was the problem. So what we have learned, that in early stage of your life, you are required to make some you are required to save some money, so that little bit, if you are not able to create some big source of income, little bit you can do something, so that you can start earning money little bit from there. And to do all these things, there is definitely requirement to improve yourself on daily basis, every year, every day. You are required to learn something. And these days, I think learning new things, improving yourself have become more easy because of availability of smartphone, lot of technology. Like there are, social media. People say that social media is always spreading negative things, but it depends on you how you are using towards your improvement. If you are ready to use it towards your improvement, definitely you will be able to add some more value, add some more knowledge about finance also. We are talking like this, and you will be able to create some other sources as well for you. And that is the main thing which is required to be changed in the mind of Indians, so that they can become, financially dependent. We are just, we always try to think that there is only requirement to get a job. Of course you can get a job, but do something else to create something else. And for that there is requirement to day to day learning. Be in a learning mode always, only then you can solve it out, I think.
Absolutely correct, whatever you said. My next and it would be might be last question, which I would be going to ask you.
Mhm.
It's all about mindset, how we can make strong mindset. As you were talking about a learning, that's why I got this question. As
Mhm.
everybody talk about, we must do that, we must do this, but how? What kind of
Yeah.
basic fundamental skill can be implemented in order to make our financial skill better?
Yes. Actually, as you talked about mindset, first of all, it is very important. If you don't have a strong mindset, definitely you will not be able to survive. You will not be able to face the problems. Even small problems, you will not be able to face. So for that, what kind of mindset is required and how you can create that mindset is very important. Whatever mindset is dependent, what type of thought process you have, what kind of emotions are you trying to generate every day and night, with whom you are talking, what you are talking, because whatever you talk and with whom you talk, that affects your thought process, right? So it is very important to know about it, right? uh, if you want to create a strong mindset to face the challenges, first try to understand that if any challenges are coming in your life, if you are thinking about failures, so try to understand that if you want to achieve something, definitely challenges will come, definitely failures will come. You have to face that in a positive mode, in a positive way. You have to handle that, and always try to think that if any failure is coming to me, any challenges are coming to me, it means I want to do something in my life. And definitely if challenges are coming to me, it means that particular challenge want to teach me something. This time particular failure want to teach me something. If you are trying to give this kind of thought to your mind, I think definitely you will be able to accept the challenges, you will be able to accept the failure. And I can say you, if you are not ready to face the challenges, if you are not ready to face the failures, or if you have never faced the challenges, if you have never faced the failures, then definitely you are not going to grow. So what is the first requirement? Think about you and give the direction to your mind that challenges are inevitable, they will certainly come. Failures are inevitable, they will certainly come. If you want to grow, if you don't want to grow, definitely challenges are not going to come to you, failures are not going to come to you. So if you will direction like this to your mind will become ready. Yes, challenges are coming, failures are coming. Why? Because I want to grow. That's why I have to face it, and definitely I will face it, and I am going to take it like a teacher, like I am going to learn from this challenge, from this failure. Only then you will be able to overcome the challenges and failures. And other way, other side, after overcoming that challenges or failures, you will get some new ideas, you will get some new knowledge. And of course, by that time, as a byproduct, you will get confidence, and that confidence will lead your life towards something new, I think.
Absolutely. ordinary to become extraordinary. That's
Yes.
what can be done.
Yeah.
Now, let's make it a last question because I don't know, while talking with you, I'm getting a huge amount of interest, and I thought let's ask, and that's what is going on. So,
Mhm.
it would be definitely last question as you were talking about before Corona, after Corona. What kind of the changes can be observed? According to that, we can take a better decision. What kind of the mistake we must not do now, and which were good before Corona, but this cannot be good now. It is a kind of a philosophical question, but I think it's uh, that's not this much bad.
Yeah, yeah. So it's about finance related or everything?
Everything, market, finance. That's such a,
Uh,
there's
yeah.
something.
I think what we have learned during Corona that it is very important to have good relations. Very important. Relations can play very vital role in your life because generally we consider property, money as a wealth, but your relations are also wealth. Your thought process is also your wealth, right? And
Hmm.
as a human being, you have to live a social life, and to live a social life, it is very important to have a stable mind. And how you can get a stable mind? If you are not able to maintain your relationship in your family, among your friendship, among your colleagues, or with your neighbors, definitely you are not going to get a stable mind. It is very important because as a human being you have to live with them. So if you are good at establishing good relations, it will directly affect your mind in a very effective way. That is important, right? and
Absolutely.
and it is also important to work on your mind, like mindfulness, yoga, meditation. There is also requirement to go towards these days yoga and ayurveda. Don't only be dependent on allopathic medicines. So it is very important. And only taking some food, only taking some proteins is not required to maintain your body or mind. As I told you, relations, conversations, they are also very important to maintain your mind, maintain your body. So good relations always works. I think if your mind is good, by using these things, definitely you can do better in your life. That we have learnt in Corona. So I think that is important to maintain in life.
Definitely. After Corona, life has become hustle in itself. You have to manage a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
things.
We have learnt a lot in Corona, but important is that whether you are ready to implement all those learning in practical life or not. That is important.
Absolutely right, right. Because we are even there is a new concept has come, work from home, and that all we have to fit mentally also. If you can't go outside, that means you definitely have to uh, give good message to your mind. Otherwise, it will become a spoil, and that will have to suffer. That should not
Yes.
be happen. While going, we are at the end of this podcast. So, what message you would like to give our audience?
To audience, I will only say that we all are living in competitive era, and we all are living in learning zone, I think. And if you want to face the challenges, if you want to overcome the competitiveness, if you want to get competitive as in the market, there is only way to learn every day, to improve yourself every day, so that you can fight with challenges. You can fight with your competitor at workplace or everywhere wherever it is required. It is very important to learn new things, because every day something new is coming, whether related with technology or others. So it is very much requirement in whatever area you are. You have to be aware always, so that you can become every day or every month like a new person to that, so that you can overcome those kinds of relevant challenges. I think you have to be in learning mode always, according to your area. That is most important requirement these days, I think.
You spoke a lot of relevant things which can be implemented in our life. If somebody would be going to implement that all thing, life would become a really best. You would be going to meet your next version also, as mobile
Yeah.
phone technology are improving their version. Why can't you? So you must improve. Thank you, Mr. Mukesh Mishra, in order to give your valuable
Thank
time to us. And I'm really blessed to having you on my podcast. You spoke on so many things which are important. Be honest and be frank. I am really not expert in finance. Even I don't have basic knowledge about it. That's why what I do, I try to invite people, those who have great knowledge of their area. If you do like my video, do subscribe my channel, share among with your friends, and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever I would be going to upload new video. Thank you once again, Mukesh sir.
Okay, thank you.